No one on this earth, no one on this earth will love you and care for you more than your father. No one. No one on this earth will love you and care for you and have a burn in his heart for you more than your father. And it's important that you know that your father is the most valuable person in your life. Irrespective of who he is, with all of his flaws and all of his mistakes, he is your father. And don't ever think in your life that any man on this earth will ever love you and care for you and want goodness for you more than your father. Impossible. I'll challenge anyone.
I touch and agree. And that is a Muslim man speaking. See, you won't hear Christians people talking like this. You'll hear it straight way, but I'm in agreement with that. I've seen this video, and I'm in 100% agreement with that man saying, no, I'm a father. I cannot imagine. I can't imagine anybody loving my sons and daughter more than I do. Impossible. And if they do, please stand up. I need somebody to show me who loves my sons and daughter more than I do. I'm even talking about the ones that's not even with me. There's no one here on planet Earth that can say they love my sons and daughter more than I do. The only one that can say that is Yah himself. He's the only one. So this comes from a Muslim. See, this is if Deacon was to go find, he wouldn't find a Christian. I mean, if he's to find something Christian, he has to go way back. He has to go back into the archives. This is current. This is a Muslim man saying what he's saying. He included. No one's gonna love you more than a father, and I attest to that. I agree with that. Deacon, you a father? Do you agree with that statement, or because he's a Muslim, you can't agree with it? What's going on, Deacon?
No, not at all.
Yeah. So you can agree with them too.
I agree 100%. But like I said, I mean, Islam at least holds the culture, better than Christianity does. You know what I mean? So something happened here. I don't know what happened. It's a little. You froze up there for a second. Can you hear me?
I froze up?
Yeah, I don't know if it was on my end or what.
Oh, you sound a little bit low.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
How about now?
Yeah, you sound better now. If you're going to be the voice behind the mic, I mean, you got to get that voice up because we can't.
Well, there's a glitch.
Can't read lips. Can't read. Oh, okay.
Something happened. I'm not sure. I'm coming in good though now, right?
Yeah, you're coming in good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, can you play that one more time? I'm sorry. I just want to listen to it one more time.
No one on this earth will love you and care for you more than your father. No one. No one on this earth will love you and care for you and have a burn in his heart for you more than your father. And it's important that you know that your father is the most valuable person in your life. Irrespective of who he is, with all of his flaws and all of his mistakes, he is your father. And don't ever think in your life that any man on this earth will ever love you and care for you and want goodness for you more than your father. Impossible. I'll challenge anyone.
Hey, I was talking to my dad last night, right? Just remind me of the conversation. I was telling my dad, I said in Nigeria, when he grew up, I said, is it assumed that the children belongs to the father? He says, yeah. My dad said like, yes, it's automatic. And I said, what happens if there's a breakup, like a divorce or something? He says the children stays with the father. Everybody in that country knows that the children belongs to the father. It's automatic. The only way that a child, a son or daughter will go with the mother if the father allows it. But it's automatically the legal system, the courts, everything in that country already knows that the children belongs to the father. In this country, or this, I don't know if I'm assuming, I can't assume, but I'm assuming countries where it's a Muslim country is automatically, but it's America. The home of the brave, the home of the free, the home, whatever bullshit they want to call America. America literally does the opposite. They believe that the children belongs to the mother. And look at our children and look at their children. And you're going to see their children are doing way better than our children in this country. I was just talking to my dad. He says just automatically. It's like you just know that the father is the most important person, and the children belongs to him. Even the women knows this. The women know this stuff.
It's the same, and we've talked about this. Same thing in my culture. When growing up,
you from Chile?
Yeah, South America. Yeah, I mean Chile. I mean, I don't know. I mean, things have changed now. I mean, the modern generation. Yeah. Who knows? But I just know that when my dad went through his first divorce, automatically we knew we were going with dad. I mean, and my mom, and she never pushed against it either. She just knew also. It was just in the culture. It was embedded in us. That we belong to dad. We belong to our father, and it wasn't anything to be contested about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, but it wasn't until the second divorce that's when that was different.
I remember Pastor said, "A man who travels much knows much." Yeah. Is that the saying?
Yep, that's the saying.
And it's so true. When you go outside of this country, if you've been only in America, you are clueless. But when you go out and you see how people look at America, it's not as good, bro. It's bad. They say, yeah, people in America, they're too crazy. Like you have people who came from another country like Nigeria. I'm gonna use Nigeria. People who came to America, did what they needed to do to make their money. They did, and now they're moving back to Nigeria. I'm thinking, wait, why are you moving back? It's oppressive in America. There's no freedom there. They tax you. They take your children away from you. It's backwards in America. But there is more free. It makes sense. But America is backwards. And that's why it's so important for us to come out of her, my people. And what I've discovered is you can live in this country, and we're working on it. But I think we have found the formula. But you can live in this country and not be a part of her. Mm-hmm. You can literally do what you got to do and come out of her. And part of that is doing community. Part of that is getting out of these cities and going into these rural areas and buying land, farming, and keeping the commandments of Yahweh. We can do this. Having foundations, working within that. I mean, so we're seeing that we can be in the world, but not of the world.
Right.
We can come out of her. We can grow our own food, have our own garden. I mean, look at the stuff that you saw with Pastor Dow at Straightway, Georgia. Look how we was able to get all these brothers together, and I wish I could have been there. But you get all these brothers, and they had a block party, literally a block party, building this big, nice home for Elder Rufus.
Hallelujah.
I think it's Elder Rufus' home.
Yeah, it's Straightway, Georgia.
Yeah. So, I mean, the community is the way to do it. Yep. And so I tell you, man, this is but America is backwards. And so if we went to these schools, if we went to college, and we've been in this country our whole life, we got to understand America is backwards. And the sad part, America is trying to go to places like Nigeria and go to these African countries and convince people to do it the American way, do it the Western way. This is the cool way, and leave their cultural stuff behind and forget their cultural and do it the American way. And I hope these countries don't fall for the trap. I like that president from Uganda, his stance on the LGBT or homosexual. I really appreciate his stance. So anyway, that's it for my reaction. But that was some reactions, Deacon. Thanks.
That's reaction time with Elder.